Hey guys, this is Candace and I am with Astrology.com and I am bringing you your February 2017 Virgo and Virgo rising horoscopes. I'm back and happy to be here. This is the first of a series of horoscope videos I'm going to be doing for Astrology and decided to give you guys just a little bit more of an insight as to what's going on with your own personal horoscope. So today I'm going to talk to you guys and give you guys some pretty specific dates about what you can be expecting, about the transits going on in the month of February, and how it will be affecting you. And I've also got my cards here, so we'll be pulling some of these to just pick up on whatever I'm kind of getting psychically as well and what you can be expecting. It's so rainy here in California. I don't know where you guys live, but it's like I had daylight and now I don't. So I apologize for the lighting, but as always, I encourage you to read your birth chart calculation to get an idea about your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. It's very important and will give you more of an accurate insight as to what you can be expecting in the next month. And if you guys want even more, or if you want me to dissect your natal chart or give you a reading, you may book a personal reading with me at astrology.com. Let's get started because there's so much stuff that's going on this month. We've got a retrograde that's impending next month. We've got a bunch of planets in Aries, which is going to kind of shake things up and make it all be about you and your money situation and your lending situation. And it's like sexy too. So I like it. I like it a lot. So let's go ahead and get into it. And one of the first things that I'm noticing for you guys is, Venus enters Aries into your house of shared resources and other people's money, and that's going to be happening on February the 3rd. So that's your 8th house, leaving dreamy Pisces, and now it's getting more into Scorpio's realm, even though it's technically in Aries. And Aries, it's funny, the energy, especially with Mars being there right now, is like super passionate. And when Venus shows up, it's like, it's going to get hot in here. Like whatever relationship work you guys have been doing the past like month and a half, it's some really good physical connecting with other people. Now, this happens on February 3rd. Venus isn't entirely comfortable in Aries, though. She doesn't like being rushed. She likes to take her time, but she loves Mars. So when she comes next to Mars, there's kind of like this sexual passion and this explosion that happens. So we know also that, the 8th house has to do with other people's money and it has to do with lending. So it's important that you guys know these planets are going there because we're going to have a retrograde happening both in Mercury and in Venus here in the next month or two, which means both of these planets will be going in and out of your 8th house arena until roughly June of 2017. Okay, so now we get into, how the retrograde makes us feel. It makes us more conscious and aware of what we're capable and not capable of doing and how we're feeling about things. The other thing is like it's going on in your 8th house, so it also has to do with lending and other people's money. So I'm not really seeing this being entirely too challenging. I'm seeing it being one of two ways, or both. A lot more of you changing things up in the bedroom, dealing with a lot of matters of pleasing your partner spiritually and physically, purchases that are being made, and also discussions in regards to potential lending opportunities or settling any debts. That's a big theme, and I think that's going to positively actually affect a lot of you guys. You may be trying to figure out how you can be paying some stuff off or getting out of debt in the next couple months. Now, also for you guys, the 8th house can rule taxes, and so what I want to just kind of say to Virgo and Virgo rising, when Jupiter goes retrograde, and I'll get to this in a second, but Jupiter will go retrograde in your 2nd house of finances. It's talking about how you spend money and reevaluating and budgeting, and then all of the planets going in and out of your 8th house is like, get a kick on your taxes now. Start them now. Start looking at your budgeting. Start looking at your receipts. Get it going now so you're avoiding any tax drama or anything that may be coming up in April, because we're not going to have some of these planets start to get ready to even begin going retrograde until April. So I want to see you guys prepared. Okay, that's me being a mom right now. The other thing is I'm seeing a lot of opportunity for you to be improving on your budgeting. I think that this kind of makes me crack up because Jupiter has been in your second house since September. So you should actually be seeing that you've been making more money or seeing more abundance or more partnerships coming your way. But now that it's getting ready to go retrograde, it's the opportunity for you to reevaluate what you're spending, and maybe you're looking and seeing how much you've been spending and you're wanting to pay some stuff off. That's excellent. And also an opportunity for you to kind of have a different look at relationships and see that, you may be going from valuing physical things to putting more of a value on emotional connections within relationships. With Mars and Uranus and Venus all being in Aries, I have to tell you, don't rush the romance, because the eclipse later this month in Pisces is going to bring about some changes or some, completion in a sense of your relationship statuses. So remember this. February and 3rd and 4th are excellent days for romance, but take your time. Take your time. Don't go too spend happy. I can see the opportunity with this Jupiter opposition and these planets in the 8th for you to go charging up a bunch of credit cards and buying a bunch of stuff on credit. I know you guys want to buy nice things for Valentine's Day. That's very sweet, and you may very well do that, but make sure that you're being conscious and aware of your budget. So my advice to you this month, Virgo, is remember that you should be valuing emotional connections as much as physical items. Be prepared for changes in relationship situations, and romance is a slow dance. Don't rush the physical stuff. I see potential for you guys to just get all hot and bothered, and then when the eclipse comes later in Pisces this month, you're going to be like, wait, what? So take your time, take your time, take your time. Page of Cups. So still, it's wanting to connect. It's wanting to have this romantic energy around, but keep it as much as possible. Keep it innocent and try to fight the urges of just kind of getting physical very quickly. That's how I kind of see that. Now, talk is changing in February when we see that, Mercury is now making its way into Aquarius. So it's no longer going to be in Capricorn. It's opening up the discussion of you and your daily routine, of your coworkers. You'll be improving your schedules. You'll be improving and improvising your schedules also, and changing things up a little bit and trying to figure out how you can make the most of your time. You should be seeking the help of new professionals to help you in the technology department. So you might be improving or updating technology or bringing in new gadgets. And I think that that's going to actually help better your routine or better your scheduling, or, help you work smarter, not harder. Now, listen to the professionals. They're going to help you get everything together and get everything set up. I'm seeing potential on or around February the 8th for some sticky transits, and it could affect you in a very big way. Now, we're going to be seeing that the cardinal T-square is going to be taking place, bringing up quite a bit of tension for you, Virgo, and possibly even an unexpected argument. When Jupiter and Uranus and Pluto and that moody moon in Cancer all meet up, I have to tell you, I don't want to see any drama within relationships. Neptune is in your 7th house of relationships. It's important to iron out any issues that come up at this time and be able to get them resolved now. That way, when the eclipse happens, everything is very clear where you stand within your relationship. So, people could be being passive aggressive. They could be not necessarily saying things directly. And it's very possible for you to kind of get a little bit of your feathers ruffled. Just be calm and know that this tension will kind of back off a little bit after the 8th as we get closer to the 9th. Now, this is connected to the lunar eclipse that we're going to be having in Leo, and it will be here on February 10th. It's a Friday, 2017. Lunar eclipses are just drama in general, but, being that it's in Leo, it could be a little bit more dramatic. It's going to be at 22 degrees. The deal with this lunar eclipse, though, is that you could find yourself going to a social situation or going out with somebody or going out with friends, and you could see that there could be some rowdy people. You could have some people in your home. There could be a party, but you may need to be standing your ground and not putting up with some rowdy behavior with some people around you. And you're usually not one to be reactive, but you very well could be around this time, in particular around this situation. Steer clear of the drama. However, if you need to stand up for yourself and you need to actually protect your personal space, it's important that you do this. Very, very important. Eight of Cups. This is the send them packing card. If somebody's got to go, this isn't you walking away. This is like if somebody has to go who's in your space and not respecting you, then it's like, get out of here, buddy. That's enough. Take a step back around the 12th and gain perspective from someone who is able to help give you insight on a particular emotional situation. So it still even may be lingering after the eclipse. And like, this is nothing new. We know that eclipses affect us about 2 months before and up to 2, 3, 4 months afterwards. So you can expect there still to be some high emotions going around, but it will clear up. Let's see, February 18th, the sun then enters into Pisces, and it's all about your relationships. I mean, from the 18th forward, because the eclipse later this month will be in the same sign. How you can better get along with your partners. This is also business partners, and you're seeing that some positive aspects from Jupiter in your second and your midheaven suggest that whatever is discussed earlier this month in terms of bettering communication might actually smooth themselves out, work themselves out. They're no longer going to be a tense situation, and you'll be able to talk about it a little bit more openly and a little bit more in a free manner. So you're going to see things just kind of click and kind of come back together for you. And that, yeah, once again, it's the emotion. So you have to wait until everything that's happened with the moon clears. Now, at the end of the month, we have that solar eclipse in Pisces, and we're also going to have some tense aspects from Pluto and Mars. So on the 22nd, Mars and Pluto are going to square off. They only do this twice every 2 years. So we're going to deal with it now, and we're going to have it come back again and roll through in November. But we don't have to worry about that quite yet. What does this mean? When these two come together, it's intense emotional feelings, it's intense situations in regards to the weather. We're going to be seeing that this might build up a little bit from the 22nd until the 26th, so there could be some extreme storms going on. So if you're traveling, do take a look for that. But on the 26th, we have a rather intense solar eclipse in Pisces. Now for you, like I said, Virgo, it's all relationships for you. It's all relationships. Here's the deal. You have to give a little to receive a little. It's possible that we could see power struggles within relationships or within our career partnership aspects that need to be addressed. We've been talking about it all month. Don't go getting involved in things that have nothing to do with you. That's another thing I want to say again. We have to wait and see how some of these events unfold as a result of this eclipse. And more information should come out afterwards. Now, we know that Virgos, you guys are all about details, so wait until they come out. I'm seeing possible change-ups in business partnerships as a result of this eclipse, or changes in departments. Personal relationships should be fine as long as you guys are really exercising your communication earlier in the month and making sure that you're saying everything you need to say and speaking from the highest, most positive perspective possible. The card that I get for the closing views of what's going on in February for Virgo is the Lover's card. So this is great. Decisions. Ultimately making decisions for whatever is best for you and whomever you're taking up with or whoever you're partnered up with. And just know that, you know, it's a little bit more of an emotional month because of these eclipses than what we're used to, but I am seeing major potential for you to still be able to cut through the tension and cut through the drama and pull back and be able to have a really great month at exercising the ability to start getting ready to look at lending options, to pay off some debt, to be more focused on your relationships. And who knows, maybe it might just be so much, drama that comes up this month that you're like, you know what, I just want to lay low. I want to really focus on my relationship. I really want to focus on connecting with someone, and valuing that emotional connection and leaning on them. They should be there for you this month. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and you're more than welcome to leave questions or comments below on this video. And until next month, Virgo, I will see you soon. Thanks again.